Hey guys, and welcome to my Season 14 Rogue Armor preview. As always, I'm going to go through the Alliance, Horde, and Elite versions, and then talk about the set bonus. So let's start with Alliance. Now this one's actually purple. It's like a pinky purple thing with those crystals, which looks interesting, to say the least. The helm is also quite interesting in that it's very garbled, is probably one way to say it. If you look at the eye, well, I mean, I know I'm not a rogue personally, and I'm not very good at stabbing and assassinating people, but I would imagine that being able to see out of both of your eyes would be a pretty useful thing when you were dancing around the place with knives. That's one thing. So if you need your peripheral vision as a rogue, then you're shit out of luck because of the silly helm. However, other than that, I think it looks kind of roguish. Of course, it still glows, and rogue armor really shouldn't glow because they're supposed to, stay with the shadows and all that if you're going strictly lore-wise. So, yeah, that would be my issue with the Alliance one. Now let's move on to the Horde. And I've got to say also, the thing that I have with this is that the shoulders are too big, and they nearly look like they just sort of float there, and they don't really have any business being that big. I suppose that's a usual Blizzard thing. And I think the Horde one, the green colouring looks very cool on the helm. Like the little mouth grates, I think they look great. As for the other random crystals strewn around the place, it looks kind of okay, but they just don't look necessary, I don't think they really add much of interest to the armor. Blizzard have to realise that just throwing glowy lights on something doesn't make it cool. And also, one criticism is that the actual colour palette for the other pieces of the gear is very faded. Very, very faded. It's hard to make something interesting when it's very faded. Now, I know that if they use bold colours, it can either look fantastic or it can look really, really, really shit. But by always using faded colours, you pretty much guarantee that the armour will look mediocre, which is unfortunate. Now, finally, let's move on to what I think is the best set, and that's the Elite one. The reason I think the Elite one is the best is because it's uniformly red. It's got this consistent theme when it comes to the actual armor, and then the crystals. I think that looks good, and it's nicely contrasted by the metal. Also, I think the helm looks pretty nice, just with that color scheme. So yeah, that's it for the actual armor. Now, of course, this is all opinion, it's all subjective, so don't go raging in the comments if you disagree, because at the end of the day, you disagreeing with the armor is probably a good thing, because everyone should think different stuff when it comes to art. Now let's move on to the set bonus. This is the usual 500 PvP power for the 2-piece, and then for the other 2-piece, whenever you apply one of your non-lethal poisons to a target, you also apply crippling poison. The 4-piece is that it increases your maximum energy by 30, and also plus 1000 PvP power. And that's it for this video. Please let me know what you think of the armor, and if you like that video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.